The only thing more exhausting than having mental illness is pretending that you don't. And honestly, if I could do that, I would have easily won the Oscars this year. Olivia Colman totally stole my thunder. Like a shadow, it cannot be shaken. It hides in the corner and feeds in the dark, preying on its victim from afar. No, this is not the screenplay of The Conjuring, but rather the stigma associated with mental illness. No one ever says that it's just cancer, get over it. Even saying this line might agitate some people I see. Then why do we stigmatize mental illness and take it with a pinch of salt? No one likes fika khana, right? Why do each and every part of our body, every part, even the appendix, which literally means extra, gets our attention, but not our brain, which makes us human? Actually, I'd like to take my words back. I have seen people with brain but not exactly human. Let me share one fun fact. 1 in 4 people suffer from mental illness. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're the chosen one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So are you, ma'am. Sorry for being the carrier of the bad news, but someone had to. I am also one of the 1 in 4. You can congratulate me later. For a person like me, who has always been more vocal about any topic than anybody else, as you can see right now, it always nagged me. My friends suffered from unforeseen situations and circumstances, and it nagged me that why didn't they raise their voice? Of course, it's difficult for them to raise a voice against a voice like mine, but there were times when I was silenced too. They always associated their problems with a devil, which can be silenced with silence itself. That sounds complicated and poetic, like Shirley Dulcin's poem, The Photograph, but mental illness is not as poetic as that. Isn't it ironic that our society prizes its freedom of speech but silences people when it comes to mental illness? But it's not the fault of the patient, of course. Even before a person becomes a patient of mental illness, he or she knows that it's erroneous to be the patient of mental illness, as he or she knows how the society will perceive him. Not getting the point I'm making? Well, remember a time when you saw someone doing something different, or rather odd. What were your first thoughts? Psycho, pagal, probably a guy from Karalibag, right? And why did we think like that? Because it did not fit into our mold of normal. And how do you know that you are normal now that I told you that you might be the chosen one who is suffering the same madness as he is? 1 in 4, 25%, 330 million. Yeah, that's our society. We all are mad. But only 1 in 4 people like ma'am and sir and myself accept it. Mental illness has never been shameful. No illness is ever shameful, but the stigma associated with it is. So 3 in 4 people, other people 75%, 939 million, shame on you. Let's dive into some stats, shall we? Only 50% of Indian schools receive any education prior to college, but the age group between the primary schooling and the secondary schooling has the highest number of patients of mental illness. Coincidentally, it also has the highest number of music listeners of Blink-182, Green Day, Linkin Park. We all miss the good old relatable times, don't we? And now I can see you are thinking that why is she babbling about something that she hasn't faced? I guess it's story time now. I remember when I was young and I had to solve the toughest math sums. I always had teachers behind me who solved them for me and did not leave me until I received satisfactory answer. The hospitality was amazing. Any hotel management people, you can totally call my teacher. But when I suffered from this problem of having a toxic peer group surrounding me, no one was there to help me. No one was there to guide me a path. Arguably any path, not even saying that go to Mangal Pandey Road, have some Belgian waffles and chill. Not even that. I was brought down on my knees. I was crying continuously. I always wondered what other people think. Not that I care about it now, knowing that these were the people who voted for Donald Trump, but back in the days, things were different. Even the psychologist that I visited, just because I was 12 years old, said, it's just a phase, get over it. And to get over that, I had to be a fighter. And since then, I have been a fighter. Richard Platen's fight song being my anthem. But not everyone come out of this situation victorious, right? Even Napoleon lost the Battle of Waterloo in 1802. And how would a 12-year-old possibly realize that she has to go to a psychologist when her own parents and teachers are not willing to talk with her? I remember back in the days my mom used to say that throw the rubbish and go study. Well, she meant to do the house chores and throw the rubbish, but just because I don't have scars on my body or a plaster reading get well soon, that does not mean my mental injuries are rubbish. What's the point of having a book open in front of you, but not be able to read a single word? Well, mental illness or not, all students face that. I can see them relating. Anyway, moving on. This month is the month of exam fever, right? Not us, our seniors are having their board exams. And the society, the adults, make it so difficult for them that they take the most brutal step of taking their life. It does happen. This month, a boy from our city committed suicide after giving his physics board exam. His suicide note read, no marks equal to no life. This was the equation our society, all of us, gave to him. And just because he did not fit into it, just because his life was not reduced to a 2-digit number greater than 90, but less than 100, his life, like binary 0, became null. I'm sure you must have seen the music video of the song Mama by Clean Bandit and Ellie Goulding. It depicted how Donald Trump's demeanor is the result of his faulty upbringing. And that's where I want to bring the change. Parents, adults, everyone here. I guess it's high time for you guys to own up your responsibility. If you don't want us to have mental illness, if you don't want us to worry about anything but marks, friends, extracurriculars, if you don't want us to be separated from our childhood, from our innocence, if you don't want us to take the brutal step of cutting our veins down at the age of 15, 16, 17, then you need to work for it. If you don't want children to have mental illness, you need to create an environment where we don't face the problems. Otherwise, there will be a future where my story would be used in a music video to depict that damaging our children can damage the entire world. Olivia Colman won't be able to beat me then, right? Thank you for listening me Sorry I did not keep a track of time. I hope you didn't keep it too.